Hey y'all, today I'm going to make a barbecued chicken crock pot recipe, and I'm going to be using some new spices that I found out about recently, and the spices are so good. If you get a chance to get these, I think you should give them a try because they are just excellent, and I will tell you where I found them at. And so maybe you'd want to give them a try. And this is going to be just some very juicy, flavorful barbecue chicken, and we're going to have some mashed potatoes with it and probably green beans. So I'm going to bring you down first so that you can see the crock pot I'm using. My daughter got a new crock pot for me for my birthday, and there it is. I really like how it's more shallow and wider and longer. There's the front. It has the same controls as a regular crock pot, off, low, high, and warm. But I'm just real proud of it, proud to have it, and proud to use it today. So anyway, I had a pack of 6 chicken breasts, and I've washed these, and I sprayed with the pan first. And I've washed these and laid them out where they're not on top of each other in the pan. Now I want to show you the seasonings. And there are these Fiesta Bolners, B-O-L-N-E-R-S, Fiesta brand. And they are so good, like I said, you just really wouldn't believe. And this is steak seasoning, but they are so interchangeable. I even put this on my scrambled eggs. It's so good. I put the chicken one on my scrambled eggs, and they're good on vegetables. They come in so many different flavors, like brisket, fajita, hamburger, the steak, chicken, ribs. They even have it for like venison and sausage, and they come in different sizes. You can buy it on eBay. I know they have it at some Walmarts, but the place I had to find it in my area was Academy Sports. They have a spice and marinate section, and they had it there, and they're only $2.49 for 5.5 ounces, so they're a great deal. And you know, pick up one if you don't want to try all the different ones and see what you think. And on the pork rub, this is really good to put on your potato chips, or I put mine on my pork rinds. If you've had the barbecue chips with a little bit of heat that Lay's makes, well, other companies make them too, sweet chips with heat. I forget what, Southern Sweet or something. Sherry, I know you could tell me because you had told me I ought to try them. Anyway, this is what it reminds you of because it's got the least amount of heat and a great barbecue flavor. So these are real good on my pork rinds. But anyway, I'll quit rambling and get to the part where we start the chicken. And I'm going to put some of the pork rind seasoning on. And it looks like I'm shaking a lot, but I'm really just lightly covering it. Then I'm going to put some of the chicken rub on. And then I'm going to put some of the steak rub on. And I did buy quite a few of the flavors of this, so I'll be using different ones in cooking. So there is that. That's all I'm going to use of these seasonings. Then I'm going to put a little pepper. This comes out kind of slow. And the salt comes out kind of fast, so put a little salt. Then I'm going to put some garlic salt, and I did a video on my new way of doing my spices in these test tubes, and I want to say I love how compact this is and how easy they are to get what I need fast. If you had thought about doing this, I thoroughly enjoy how this experiment to using the test tubes turned out. Okay, I'm going to put about that much garlic salt on the chicken. And the last thing I'm going to put is some of this robust Italian dressing. I'm not going to put a whole lot, but I do want to put a little bit. Just kind of sprinkle a little bit on top of each one. It does give a good flavor. So I believe that's probably enough. As you can tell, I barely went below the band, and I'm not even showing you. I barely went below the band on how much I used, so I didn't use much. So what I'm going to do now is just cover this, and this is really a nice lid that comes with this, and it locks down, and it's not supposed to pop up. And of course it pops up when I'm trying to make it work. There. And so I'm ready to plug it in now. And I'm going to cook this on low because it's only 9:32 in the morning and we're going to have it for supper. So I'm going to put it on low and let it cook for till probably about 4 o'clock. And then I'll take it from there and put some, I'll probably pour the juice off and put the barbecue sauce and put it on high then, and let it kind of cook and marinate on high in here without the juice, and that'll let the barbecue kind of sink in a little bit, and it'll be nice and tender and really good. And if you wanted to, you could turn the chicken over and put the seasonings on the other side too. But I'm not going to do that because the chicken will make its own broth, and as it does, it will sweat that broth out from the top of the chicken as well as the bottom, and it will make those seasonings go down into the broth, and then the bottom will get it. And so that's my reasoning behind only putting it on one side. So I look forward to seeing you again in just a minute when our chicken's done, and we'll get it barbecued. We're on to the next step of the crock pot barbecued chicken, and I've already taken the broth out of the pot, of the crock pot, and I was going to make some gravy with it, but I tasted it, and it is so rich and so good that I have put it in this container, and I'm going to make some noodles and then put this broth over them for chicken noodle soup, because it is just absolutely wonderful. So now we'll get on to the pan, and I'm just going to take my chicken, which is what it looks like, out of the crock pot, and put it back in, and place it around. And then what I'm going to do is put barbecue sauce on it. And I'm going to spread it out. Then I'm going to turn it over. And this did finish a little faster than I thought it would. I had started at 9, and I thought it would be done about 4, but it's actually 2, a little after 2. And so I'm going ahead, and I would have put this on high to finish up, but I don't need to since I've got more time. I'm going to put it on low, and I'm going to let it just go for about an hour on one side, and then I'm going to turn it over and let it go on the other, and it's just going to let this barbecue sauce get down into the meat and flavor the meat. So I'll be back when, I won't show you turning the meat, but when it's done, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, the chicken's ready, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. The barbecue really soaked up good into it. I'll just get this piece right here, and I will show you up close. And it smells really good. I know it's gonna taste good. And so I'm gonna get a little taste. It's really moist looking. I'm going to show you where I cut into it. The flavor is so good. I used I forgot the name of the barbecue sauce. It's the kind I always use. Anyway, maybe you saw it in the video, the name. But anyway, this is so good. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.